So, good morning guys, welcome to 12 Apostles Helicopters. My name is James. You can see yourselves on the screen. Give yourselves a bit of a wave if you want. Fantastic. So this is the Bay of Islands flight, guys, approximately 25 minutes. So we'll get going in a minute. A couple of safety things. In the back here, if you need to hold on to something, you can hold here. Or young lady, you can hold on the edge of your seat if you want, okay? Guys, there are handles just above your head there as well, alright? In the front here, sir, you can kick your feet out there, but please be careful of the camera, alright? And please don't touch any of the controls, okay? As for the doors, please don't touch any of the doors, guys. If I wanted you to open the door, you'd simply lift the silver latch up and push it forward. Alright, guys, so we'll get going. Everyone got their seatbelts and their life jackets on? Fantastic. If you've got any questions, guys, please ask, and we'll get going to...
My door lock?
No, madam, you just leave yours as it is. Okay? Yeah. Alright, excellent.
Ready? Go. Yeah. The one you hold here. Okay? Check it off now. Fantastic.
Here we go, guys. So we're going to climb up to 500 feet. Actually going to split the apostles in half here, and here they are. We'll actually count them in on the way back, okay? But never actually 12 apostles. Only 9 to begin with, guys. And then one of those actually collapsed in 2005. So we actually only have 8 official apostles remaining. They used to be called the Sow and the Piglets, and then in the 1950s they changed the name to the Apostles. And then somebody just simply stuck a 12 on the top. Well, they didn't choose 12 rocks, I don't know, it would have been easier. This is actually the first apostle here, guys, on the grass, and they go back behind us. So everything else after this, guys, actually has its own unique name. You just have to use your imagination a bit with some of these. Right, coming up here, guys, we've got the beautiful twin sisters here, the Salt and Pepper Shakers. We've then got the Razorback and the Lockhart Gorge. Well worth having a look at Lockhart Gorge. You get a chance, guys. Very, very beautiful. Actually see the Lockhart Gorge better on the other side there. You guys on holiday at the moment? Yeah? Where have you travelled from?
Malaysia.
Fantastic.
Malaysia.
Fantastic. Having a good time?
Yep.
Excellent. Just in front of Lockhart Gorge here, guys, we've got Muttonbird Islands here. Looks like a giant question mark. It's home to anywhere between 30 to 50,000 muttonbirds that migrate every year from Alaska. And all these tracks you see here, guys, you can walk up and down. And a lot of them you can actually drive your car up and down as well, which is pretty cool. It allows for a lot of fantastic access to these parts.
Beautiful ocean.
It is, isn't it? This is Baker's Oven here, named after the old English style Baker's Oven. Some people think it looks like cheesecake. All those tracks you see here, guys, these ones you can actually drive your car up and down, which is pretty cool. Really worth it if you get the chance. This is Sentinel Rock here. This is the largest rock in the Port Campbell National Marine Park. Stands at about 75 metres tall. So well over 200 feet tall. You can see how big it is. If you compare it to any of the cars that might be driving past, it's pretty impressive. You don't really get a sense of scale up here. Little town of Port Campbell here, guys. Only a small little town, population of maybe 250, 300 people. But in the summertime, get over 3,000 visitors a day. It gets very, very busy. Got some nice pubs and restaurants, some nice little beaches. Now, a little town, just off our little town here is 2 Mile Bay or 2 Mile Beach. This is where the guys come and do their sort of big wave surfing. They get taken out on jet skis and then they surf back in, but doesn't look like there's anyone surfing out today. And this beautiful arch is ahead of us here, guys. You see it as we go past, a little bit clearer. It's supposedly big enough to get this helicopter through, but we won't be doing that today. And just in front of us here, guys, this is called Point Hess. And if you look very carefully at Point Hess, you'll see a very unnatural straight edge. There's actually a set of stairs carved into the rock face there by fishermen back in the mid-1800s, so right on the corner here. Actual whole staircase, you'll see it carved there, right on the corner. And this is London Bridge here, guys, or London Arch is actually now known. One of the arches collapsed in 1990. It looks more like Australia really, doesn't it? So it used to be 2 arches, but now it's just 1 arch there. We can actually see it on the way back clearer as well. Then just down here to our right here, guys, this is the grotto here. This is a collection of sort of beautiful rock pools that you can climb in and out of. Somebody on a jet ski down there. Pretty nice day for it. And then ahead of us, guys, coming into view, little town of Port Campbell, sorry, Peterborough. Curtis Estuary just to the north, and Schomburg Reef just in front of that. Where these waves are crashing here, guys, this is called Schomburg Reef, and this is named after a ship called the USS Schomburg. She left Liverpool in England back in 1855. And on the 26th of December 1855, while the captain was playing cards with some of the passengers, she ran aground here. What's more unusual is a beautiful calm flat day like it was today, and the ship should have been 10 more miles out to sea. The captain, Captain James Forbes, was actually found not guilty of negligence on a technicality that at the time this wasn't actually on the map. Yeah, he never set sail again. No one would give him a ship. Yeah, he's one of the most experienced captains of the time. All these beaches here, guys, all these little nooks and crows and crannies and crevices and caves you see you can climb in and out of. And this is Wild Dog Cove down here, guys. Very beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful footpaths that follow the coastline as well. And from where you park your car at the Apostles up to the Bay of Islands, it's only about a 22, 23 minute drive, so it's really worth seeing it from the ground if you get the chance. This is Hallidale Point here. This is named after a ship called the Falls of Hallidale. She was built in Scotland, but she left New York in 1908 to drop cargo off in Melbourne and Brisbane, and due to bad weather actually struck the southern tip of this island, southern tip here of this reef. Actually broke up after 3 weeks of being stuck on the reef. Quite amazing, really. Everyone got off the ship okay, thankfully. All these beaches here, guys, are all public access, so you can access all of them. This is the Bay of Martyrs here, and then coming to view very shortly, just ahead of us there is the beautiful Bay of Islands. Really worth seeing this from the ground, guys, if you get the chance. Very, very beautiful. You can actually see Warrnambool in the distance there on the horizon. Don't normally get to see it that often on the horizon. This is actually my favourite part here, the way the coast sort of U-turns and S-bends, pretty cool. Okay guys, you can see yourselves on the camera, you can give yourselves a bit of a wave if you like. That's the one. As we turn around here guys, we'll actually climb up a little bit. Now this is nicknamed the Shipwreck Coast for obvious reasons. Now Shipwreck Coast kind of spans from Port Fairy up to the Cape Otway Lighthouse, and historians reckon that since 1797 in excess of 700 ships have actually wrecked across this coastline. Quite amazing really. But in the 1800s, sort of mid-1800s, massive gold rush here in Victoria. Used to get a lot of people come over here to try and get rich. And between sort of Cape Otway Lighthouse, King Island and Tasmania, they used to call it thread in the needle. It was a very famous, very busy trade route, and they reckon in excess of 100 ships per day would actually be tracking through that place. It's quite amazing really. Now Curtis Estuary here guys, has to get dredged out every winter, otherwise poor little Peterborough will be underwater every year. Named after a gentleman called Dr. I think his name is George Curdy. He was actually originally from England, he was a medical officer. And he lived in a place called Great Yarmouth, which actually isn't that far from the original Peterborough, so I presume that's why I called this place Peterborough. And you can see Schomburg Reef here. Even if the reef wasn't here, if a ship's there, it's clearly a navigational error. Most of the shipwrecks along here would have been navigational error due to bad weather, but the Schomburg, for some reason, struck here when it was a beautiful, calm day, supposedly.
No seal.
We're coming up to London Bridge here again, guys, or London Arch. There used to be 2 arches, and now it's just 1 arch. Looks more like a straight, like I said. Collapsed in 1990. When it collapsed, actually stranded 2 people. They were actually stuck on there for 4 hours before they were rescued by a search and rescue helicopter. A little town of Port Campbell here, guys, named after a gentleman called Captain Alexander Campbell. He was originally from Scotland but based in Tasmania. He was a fisherman and a whaler who stumbled across this place back in the mid-1800s. Thought it was a nice safe haven, set up camp, and it retained his name ever since. Port Campbell, Captain Alexander Campbell. Lockhart is actually the most famous of the shipwrecks along here, and I'll show you where she went around when we go past. Supposedly Captain Alexander, though, he actually chased a whale into this inlet, and that's actually how we discovered this place. And I can believe that. Only about 5-6 weeks ago, I suppose, I saw a couple of killer whales down here in the mouth of the inlet here. Where are you guys heading after this? You going to Melbourne, are you? Or yeah.
We're back to Melbourne.
Yeah, well, hopefully the weather will stay like this for you. Beautiful, isn't it, eh? Beautiful. These tracks here, guys, they really are worth having a drive up and down if you get the chance. Only about 3 or 4 minute drive from where you parked your car. This allows you to see some of these rock formations a little bit more up close and personal, you know.
How do we get there from the car?
Oh, well, you drive along the road and then you just turn left here, basically, and you can drive up and down the air. So they're just off the main road there, yeah. So come out of the car park, turn right. You go over a bridge here, over a river, and then they're just on your left-hand side. You see them as the road really starts to bend in this turn. Mutton Bird Island here, guys, named after all the mutton birds. It's the scene of the famous 1878 Lockhart shipping disaster as well. Lockhart was an English sailing ship that actually struck this back in 1878. 54 people on board, only 2 survived, and they washed up in what is now known as Lockhart Gorge. Easy to fossils here, guys. So 1 and 2. 1 and 2. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 8's a pile of rocks at number 9, and that's it, 1 to 9. Number 8 collapsed in 2005. That's called the Needle. Stood about 65 metres tall. These other 2 here, guys, they're called Gog and Magog. Now, they're also biblical references, but not part of the apostles. They're closed Gibson steps at the moment for some reason. I don't know why, but usually you can get down there, actually. There's all the apostles lined up there, guys. Once we're on the ground, guys, just stay in the helicopter, okay, and the chaps will come and get you out, okay? There you go, guys. Now you can see yourselves on the camera. Give yourselves a bit of a wave. Thank you, guys. Have a great holiday. All the best to you. Thank you. Thanks, guys. You're welcome.